That one was violent. All right, it is update 13 to the Project 50 pan thing. So again, this is obviously inspired, no, not even inspired, like just straight up taken from Rebecca and Alexi. And I always give them credit and I always link them down below and like in the cards and things like that, because you guys really need to go check out their channels. They're just amazing in every sense of the word. But they had this like list of 50 categories and you randomize like 6 and then you pick a product that corresponds to the category and you work on it until you hit your goal. And they do this in like rounds, and so their rounds typically last for about 4 months, and they do have one going on currently right now. And the fun thing about this round that they have going on is that they added in 100 new categories, so now they have 150. So I just took their original list of 50 and I just wanted to work through all 50 with no like time constraint. And so we've been doing it for over a year now and we have 22 categories left. So let's just get right into it. Misha, can you not mess with the ring light? Okay, thank you. If you happen to like see a shadow just come across me out of the blue, it's my cat. She wants to like stare into the ring light and that's gonna cause you to go blind. Anyway, so let's just get into this update. I'm gonna show you the products. We'll see if we get to roll anything out or in. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, the first item was category 39, a colorful eyeliner, and I do not have a colorful eyeliner. I actually decluttered all of my like black ones, and so all I have left is this little peachy one from Essence, and it's in the shade 06 Silky Nude. And so our goal is to get to that black Sharpie line, which would have been about half of the product. We are so close to being there, and yes, this is due for a sharpening. I just didn't get around to it this morning. I wear this every day in my waterline. I just think that it makes my eyes look more awake and more open, so I'm happy to continue to work on it. And here is our little progress line picture. So here's that black Sharpie gold line, and this is when we brought it first in. I believe it was like sometime in October. You can see the date written on it. And so then down here at this bottom line is where we are at now. So I think we made really, really good progress this month. I don't know, I've just like gotten into my routine, I guess. So I've had like a lot of good makeup days, a lot of like, some days that's all I do is just sit around and play with makeup because, you know, we're all at home, but it's been fun. So I think that's why there's like such a huge like jump between amount of usage between the last update and this one, but I'm not mad at it. So that one is staying in. Next was category 4, which was a drugstore product. So I picked my Essence All About Matte Bronzer in the shade 01 Natural. And so the goal with this is to use it up. And now last time it did have pan on it, and this is what it's looking like now. So I actually did clear out, there was like a little bit of product. This was like a full ring. So we have managed to like hit side pan, I guess. And so I've been like focusing my brush more up here on the top. I don't have a problem. Like I still pick up enough product. I'm not like struggling in that sense. So I'm not ready to repress this yet. I believe once I get more of the product like worn away at the top here, then I would be, you know, up for repressing it again. But it's going by great. It is a little bit like powdery. So the next time I repress it, I'll try to like push down a little bit harder to make it not so powdery, but I don't ever just like blow the excess away. Like I do still use that to bronze up my face. So there's that, but yeah, I'm just loving it. And it smells like the beach and it's wonderful. And yeah, so, and I don't have any worries about finishing this off because I already have a second one. I bought these at the same time thinking like, you're gonna go through those so quickly, but this is massive, y'all. This is 15 grams of product, and I just cannot believe that, you know, that I'm actually gonna finish it. It's just so huge. So the next category that we were working on was number 49, Something Special to You. So I had picked out my Lorac Pro 3 palette because my husband gifted this to me. And so I was working on hitting pan in 3 different shades in this palette. So we had already hit pan on pink nude and light pewter in previous updates. So we were just working on light gold. And I'm happy to tell you that this month I used it 8 times. And so, or since, you know, the last time you saw it, I used it 8 times. So that was 12 times total. And we do have pan on it. So very happy about that. I am really glad because overall this palette does look more loved than when I first rolled it in. We have 4 pans in all in it. The shade Light Gold though, it's not really like my favorite shade within this palette. It's very pretty, but it takes a lot to like build it up and actually get the effect of it that you want on your eyelids. So I think that's why within like 12 uses I was able to hit pan so successfully. I did wear it a few times in my crease if I was doing more of like a like a champagne kind of look. It looked pretty that way, but yeah, happy to be able to finally roll this out. I feel like this has been in here for a while, and I still really like this palette. It's just, you know, I'm the kind of person like with this particular project, when it's like a rolling project, I'm like, I want to constantly have something new coming in each month. Is kind of like my little mini goal. So glad that we get to roll this out. Okay, the next category was category 1, a product with cute packaging. So I had picked out this ColourPop blush in the shade Frisky Business because the little peach booties on it, it's just very cute. And so the goal with this was to hit pan. And now I didn't track my uses with this, but this became like my daily blush. And it was just, it's such a nice, fun, like light peachy color, really appropriate for spring. And I found too that I have another like light pink blush. And so if I layered both of them together, it just gave me this like, I mean, obviously it was like a different color, but layering them together almost gave me like a new blush. So I was really enjoying this. And then this is the first ColourPop blush I've ever owned, like a powder blush. And I really enjoy it. It is a softer formula than some other blushes that I'm used to. So in saying that, I'm sure you can guess that we did hit pan on this blush. And I'm really happy. I'm really excited. I still really love this. Like, I kind of thought that in doing this and kind of making this my daily blush that I would get tired of it, but no, like I have reached for it like after hitting pan. So that's why like it's a pretty good, like maybe not completely dime sized pan, but almost there. So yeah, I continued to reach for it. I am going to put it back for a little bit, just, you know, to focus in on some other things. I do have 2 blushes in my Pan That Face palette, but yeah, really still I'm just happy with my progress, happy to have this. And yeah. So the next category was number 15, a product you haven't used much. And so what I had put in here was the ColourPop Supershock Highlighter in the shade Flexitarian. And every time I wore that, I just felt like it gave me this gray cast. And so I tried mixing it with other highlighters and things like that. And I was even thinking like, well, maybe it's just the ring light doing it. And then I wore it a few times and I took like pictures and stuff and all this different lighting and things like that. I sent them to my friend, and you know, like if you have that best friend, she's just gonna tell you how it is, which thankfully she did. So I sent her these pictures and things like that, and she was like, yeah, no, this is definitely giving you like a little bit of a gray cast. So anyway, I just decided that that highlighter is not for me. So I actually boxed it up and sent it off to a lovely friend who I think she already owns it, or she's either had it before, but either way, she actually loves that highlighter and it looks good on her. So I'm happy that it went to a new home. So I do have an item to show you that will be replacing the Flexitarian highlighter for this category, something that hasn't gotten much use. So my lovely friend Laura sent me this nice little care package, and it had an Ofra highlighter, which was so nice of her, and then it also had these CoverFX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Moonlight. I have never like tried these before. She said that her way that she really likes them is to mix them in her primer or in her foundation. And oh, by the way, go check her out, okay? I will link her down below too, but she's just amazing. That is my soul sister, so go check her out. But anyway, so she sent this. I have used this twice. I used it once as like just a standard like liquid highlighter, and I really did love that. But I'm like her, I really love this mixed in with like a primer or a foundation, especially like one of my matte foundations. I'm going to give you guys a swatch. So I'm actually going to bring this in to fulfill that category, something that hasn't gotten much use because obviously this hasn't. It's like new to me, new in my collection. Look at that. Isn't that just so stinking pretty? I'm going to like blend that out a little bit as I rattle on to you. Anyway, I don't want to finish this off by any means. Like, it's new and exciting and I just want to enjoy it. So I am just going to set myself a goal of using this 20 times. And so yeah, that is my plan. But I just want to rub my whole body in it, you know? It's just so pretty. So yes. So this will be coming in. So technically it's like a new item rolling in, but not really, because I want to make sure that I finish all the categories. So if a product isn't working for me and I end up decluttering it, like I'm going to find something else to fit that category. So we are bringing this in. And then the last item to talk about before we do actually roll in two new things is the, it was for category 20, a hair care item. And so this got rolled in last time. So it's the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Kids Detangling like leave-in conditioner. So I use this as a leave-in conditioner like every time that I wash my hair. And so there is our progress lines. We were up here when it was brought in last time, and now we're about at this line. So I'm not gonna lie, I did wash my hair more because I was kind of like, well, I want to make good progress, like I want to use this and things like that. So I ended up washing my hair twice a week for the past like 3 or 4 weeks. That is just too much for me. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So I'm going to go with once a week washings, and I am going to wash my hair tonight. I'm not even going to tell you what day we're on. But washing my hair twice a week, I don't know, it made my scalp super like irritated almost. It kind of weird, but that's neither here nor there. The point is that this is staying in. I really love it. The smell of this is just so nice. And it like it's not overpowering, but the smell does like stay in your hair. So it's like nice. It's nice for your hair to smell like that. So yeah. Okay, now on to the fun part. Rolling in 2 new categories. So like I said, I'm just working off the original 50 list. And then since I had completed so many of them, like I said, we only have 22 left. I actually rewrote them onto this piece of paper. So if you're following along with that original 50 that Alexi and Rebecca came up with, my numbers are not going to match you because I did rewrite it. So, but I have Pretty Random pulled up, and so we have the variables 1 through 23 in. So we will get 2 numbers, 14, well, not 14. 14 and 1. Okay. So category 14 is a product from NYX, and category 1 is an expensive product. Okay, that was really hard. Well, the category something from NYX wasn't hard. I don't own a lot of NYX products, not because I think they're a bad brand. Like everything I've tried from them I really like, but yeah. So what I picked for the NYX product was the NYX Professional Makeup. Well, that's just their name, duh. Anyway, it's their lip primer. So you can see, like, I have used quite a bit of it. It's almost flush with like the packaging. This isn't like sharpenable. It's one of these that you roll up. So let's roll this all the way up. Okay. So this is how much is left in this. I would like to finish off this lip primer. I have 2 of these in my collection right now, and I like this one when I do reach for it. I just don't see the need to have 2. So I figured, why not throw this one in? We could finish it off, and then I would be down to 1, and then I could finish that one off and decide between the 2. I like this one. I don't have a problem with it. I think it does a good job of like helping the lipstick to stay on, and like at least the biggest thing I notice is that when I do use this, my lips don't look like they have such bad fine lines as they do without it. So but yeah, I will mark this on a piece of paper, and then we will keep track of it like we do with our eyeliner. But the goal is, like I said, to use it up. And just in case you were curious, in total this is 3 grams of product. So and I'm not gonna like swatch it out or anything. It goes on and it's just like a nude color, like not nude like a brown nude or a pink nude like a lipstick. It's just like a peach color. So yeah, I like it too. I feel like it makes certain colors just look a little bit better. My lips naturally are just like this dead purple color. It's really weird. Okay, so then the next category was category 1, an expensive product, and this is what I could not for the life of me decide. Expensive, I feel like, is kind of subjective. Like, you know, like I do have some eyeshadow palettes that cost a pretty penny, but if you think it's worth it, then, you know. So I went back and forth, and I really wanted it to be something like makeup related, but it was either like, oh, okay, thinking about like this bronzer, but it's like I already have a bronzer in here, and I have 2 in the Pan That Face palette. Or like, okay, let's bring in another eyeshadow. Like, no, we just rolled out the Lorac Pro 3 and I have Pan That palette and Pan those eyeshadows. Like, you see what I'm getting at. Like, everything that I thought of as like an expensive product, just I'm already like panning it somewhere else. So I don't tend to add a lot of skincare, but that is what I'm going to add because this is by Philosophy and it's the Purity Made Simple like pore extractor. This thing is like $39, I think. And so there is 75 mils or 2.5 fluid ounces in here. This is brand new. Like the top isn't, I don't know if you can tell, like when I look at it, like with the window shining in, it's about right here above the word Purity. Maybe I've used it once. I don't recall, like the little silver thing has gone off of it. So maybe I have used it once. Either way, this just sits in my bathroom cabinet. Not because I don't like it. I actually really love this. You can use it as a mask, and then once it like dries down and you wash it off, it like exfoliates your face. Or you can just use it as a face wash if you want. I tend to use it as a mask and let it do its job that way. But I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, oh, I want to use that. And then I'm like, but it's so expensive. Like, it's just going to go bad if I keep doing that. So my goal is to not use all of it, but I would like to get below all of the like ingredient direction. I don't know if you can see that. The sun might be like washing it out and the ring light too, but there is like the directions and things like that. So here is where like I would like to be, is just underneath all of the wording. So essentially that's using up like about half of the product, but yeah. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I just love this project so much. It's just fun. It's been a good way to like rotate through my collection, and it's also taught me a lot about like project panning and how long certain things take, and like what I enjoy more panning and what I enjoy less panning. So it's just been fun. I'm glad you're along for the ride. And so like I said, we now have let's see, we were at 22, 21, we have 20 more categories to get through. But I mean, like we have the 6 that we're currently working on, but then we have 20 that, you know, are left to get through. So let's see how long it takes us. But as far as like rolling something out the next time, I could maybe have the hair care product done. Did I say it? I wanted to use my CoverFX enhancer drops 20 times. So maybe I could have that done. I'm not sure. Other than that, I think the other 4 things are kind of more long haul items. So, but yeah, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you guys are having a good day or a good night. And I just shaved my legs this morning, so that is why I'm rubbing my legs. I'm gonna go. I will catch you guys in the next one. Okay? Okay. Goodbye.